Servus Freunde, mein Name ist...
Fight to the death, this is nothing but a test for my brother friends, for my loved ones and my element. This be my throne, this my ring, I'm the king. This is what I represent, I am destined to win.
Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz the Buddymeister.
Whenever there's an Indian movie playing in cinemas here in Vienna, we are obviously very eager to see it, because it simply doesn't happen that often, compared to how many Indian movies are produced in general.
And whenever this movie has a 9-point-something rating on the IMDb, we are even more eager. Of course, we know all that rating and reviewing is highly subjective, and one should probably always go into a movie with an open mind. But sometimes this fanboy talk gets to you, and you get so pumped for a movie, and that's what happened with Abrahaminte Santhathikal, or Children of Abraham, a Malayalam language movie that was directed by Shaji Padoor.
And what also comes into play is the fact that with this movie we had the chance to watch our first Mammootty movie on the big screen. This guy is one of the biggest stars in India in the Malayalam industry. He's been working for almost 50 years now, and he has 415 acting credits on the IMDb. And don't worry, we are definitely not judging his skills based on this movie. Come on, we are smarter than that.
We know nobody of you recommended this movie to us. Sometimes we decide. Again, when there's a movie coming to Vienna, we take the chance. Sometimes we're lucky, like with Padman or Razi. Sometimes we're not so lucky, like with this one.
Yeah, but I would be lying if I said that I didn't have at least a bit of a good time in those 130 minutes with all the nonsensical madness that was happening.
Sure. But here's a task for you. Tell me 5 things about Mammootty's character in this movie, Derek Abraham.
Let's see. He likes to gaze into nothing. He likes to walk. He likes to get in and out of cars. And he likes to wear different shirts.
Sounds like the most fleshed out character in movie history, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To come to the point, Mammootty does as good as nothing as Derek Abraham, who is the special agent that investigates a murder case in which his brother is the prime suspect.
But it seemed like it was enough for at least some people in the audience who were shouting and screaming every time he walked in slow motion or made some kind of cool move or something.
I believe he's such a megastar that some people really don't care if he puts in the autopilot actor mode or not. But that's probably also the case in every movie industry and its stars all around the world.
And I have to give them credit for the sheer boldness of his entrance. A good and memorable character introduction is something many movies forget about, and it's always nice to see it otherwise. Not that the introduction here was clever, but it was so over the top and crazy, and I can't help but applaud them for it. And also Mammootty and his character are certainly not the only problem that I or we have with this movie. You can throw all the characters in the trash, and while you're at it, throw the first 30 to 40 minutes of this movie in the trash too.
Yes, they have absolutely nothing to do with what is happening in the second or third act of the movie. And those again have almost nothing to do with each other. There is a scene at the end that kind of bookends the movie, but come on, I think I've never seen lazier writing than this.
We often criticize the runtime of many Indian movies, but I want to make something clear here. If you can fill that runtime with great stuff that will speak to you in some way, and stuff that deepens the story and the characters, that's awesome, and it's totally okay if a movie is long. But when a movie is over 2 hours like this one is, and you still barely know anything about the characters you are watching for all the time, then something isn't working at all.
We spent 40 minutes with a storyline that has basically little to none effect on anything that happens after, when instead they could introduce Derek Abraham's brother Philip earlier, but at the point he's coming into the story, everything happens so fast and you just don't care.
The way everything is told and unfolds is so damn lazy. You get a flashback and then a flashback within a flashback, and after that you get a scene with completely new characters that you don't understand at all, and in all of this you have a sleeping pill-induced Mammootty.
The editing is pretty terrible with those flashbacks and flash forwards. Oh, and some scenes are really just laughable and made me want to ask the filmmakers, is this a joke? Did you want to make a soap opera, or what's this supposed to be?
If there was no music in this movie, almost nothing would have worked.
I guess that's why there is music in every second of the movie.
Yeah, and it's always the same music. It seems like they try to drown or bomb you with music as much as they can so that you would actually forget about the movie that you are seeing.
Although, to be totally honest, I like the main theme, quite a nice melody, and you can hear it about 50 times in the movie.
The first song about Jesus was quite okay too. What else? The car chase of Derek and his brother Philip was so laughable, strangely handled, that it was quite entertaining. And well, the shootouts and the fight in the supermarket were so bonkers, it was fun.
But again, everything felt so lazy and amateurish, and like they put fragments and pieces of how can we make a murder, thriller, mystery movie together.
Oh, and you get the run-of-the-mill twist ending.
It's really been only a few days since we saw it, and I for one can barely remember it. I get angry.
Yeah, Race 3 at least knew that it was stupid.
So, in German we'd say?
Die Kinder des Abraham ist leider ein ziemlicher Haufen Mist. Die Charaktere interessieren null, Mammootty tut nichts außer anwesend zu sein und bis auf 1 oder 2 Szenen ist dieser Film nicht besser als eine beliebige Seifenoper. I give Children of Abraham 4 out of 10. It's more like 3.9, but I don't do that.
For me, it's 3 out of 10. It's more like 3.2, but I don't do that either.
And here we are again. Whenever a movie scores less than 6, we give you 3 better flicks. Our first choice is the Tamil language police mystery thriller Thiruvangal Patnare. It's not a masterpiece, but quite intriguing and very stylish.
You liked it a lot more than I did, but you can have it. Our second pick is Special 26, a Hindi language retro gangster movie in the vein of Ocean's 11 and starring Akshay Kumar.
And last but certainly not least, we go with an English film, David Fincher's dark crime drama Zodiac. So that's it for today. We hope we were deterrent enough for you to not check out Children of Abraham for yourself.
Don't do it. But please tell us, what are the 3 must-see films with Mammootty? We know there are more than 3, but we have to start somewhere.
Until then, you can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at TheJimmyCage.
And you can hit me up simply at The BUDDYMEISTER. And also check out my podcast BUDDYMEISTER SCORES, where I talk about the music of film, television and video games. It's available on iTunes and Stitcher.
And as always, if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all we have to tell.